Hi everyone, welcome to Paper Wishes Vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today we've got some Father's Day cards for you. It's coming up, so let's take a look at what we have got. I'm just going to do something a little different today and just show you all the things with the card. So the first thing I wanted to show you is our steampunk 3D paper towel. If you don't know what paper towel is, it's great. They're die cut. You just pull them out like this, and then there's layers to them. They're all numbered 1, 2, 3, and then you just use little pieces of foam tape like this, little foam tape squares, and you layer them up like that, and you get this great 3D image. So for this particular card, I started out with a 6x6 card, and that's available at Paper Wishes. All of this is available at Paper Wishes. And then I went ahead and covered it with some hammered gold, and we've also got some hammered silver I wanted to show you, which I think is so pretty. So both of those are just awesome. Got a little bit of a texture to them. And then I went ahead and cut about a 5-inch wide strip of wood and texture paper, but this is of course a brick pattern. It's right there. So I cut that and glued that straight across. Then I added some of these wonderful thin line dazzle stickers in gold, and I just put some along the top and the bottom edge, okay? And then, where did I put it? Oh yeah, we've got these great chipboard pieces. They're actually chipboard doors, okay? So they're like these great antique doors. I used this one, which is called Ancient Door #1 chipboard. They're by Scrapbooking. I used the two largest ones right here, and then I just used an ink pad to color them. But before I show you that, I wanted to show you these other ones. This is Ancient Door #2, and it has this great tall door and some hardware to go with it, which in itself would make a great card focal. And then we skipped to Ancient Door #4, which has these great scalloped doors and things. I don't know what happened to Ancient Door #3, but I don't know if we have one. But anyway, we have 1, 2, and 4. So for these, I went ahead and I have these two small ones left. They just punch out really easily. And then I'm going to grab my craft mat here. And then I just used a roasted coffee prism ink pad, and what I love about these, just so easy to apply color to, just like that, using the surface of that ink pad. There we go. And then I used some jewel dazzle stickers, some gold jewel dazzle stickers. There we go. And I just embellished each one of the doors. Now I sort of used my doors like shutters, and then I used my jewel picker, which is so great. It's this great tool, and it has two ends, a tiny little and the ends are kind of tacky, and they are great for just taking and kind of swirling on each one of these stickers, and then they just lift up like that, and then you can just go ahead and press them right down like that. Now this ink is still wet, so I'm going to help it stick a little bit. So really fun to use. If you use a lot of our jewel dazzle stickers, I would encourage you grab one of those. And then I personalized it with a little father. We're going to use these a lot today. They have father, dad, son, family, grandpa, and these are, the name of these are Family and Friends Dazzle stickers. And you can buy these by the sheet. All right. Moving right along. I also wanted to show you, I used the same, sort of inadvertently, used the same brick background on this one. And for this I used easy toppers. These are called Men's Classic 3D toppers. And if you're not familiar with these, they're one of my favorite products that we have at Paper Wishes. I'm going to show you how they work in a second, but I also used our new dies by Dominica. This is the clock 3 cutting dies. You of course get the clock and the hands right here, and I just paired it up with 12 circle and scallop cutting dies. I used this circle right here, and Oh no, I didn't. I used that on another card. Never mind. Anyway, I did not put it back. I just cut it from black cardstock. Use that hammered gold paper. Just use a little scrap of that and cut out the hands. And then for my greeting here, oh, here's where I used the circle. Yeah, all right. I knew I used it on here somewhere. I cut the circle from hammered gold paper here and glued that sort of as a base. And then returned to my my family and friend Dazzle stickers. And then I also have the We're Together Dazzle stickers. And these are wonderful to add for family cards or for friends. Lots of hugs and love and hugs and all that. So I did a missing you, and then I personalized it with a dad. Okay, so let me show you how these 3D toppers work. I'm going to take you through these. So if you aren't familiar with these, they are just fantastic. There's 10 different themes, okay? Each one is individually packaged. They're already die cut, which is just genius. You open up your little individual package, and then each one has 3 pieces or 3 layers. Now, you could take each one of these and just use them individually on your cards, or you can layer them like this with little pieces of foam tape squares, okay? And you just layer them like this with foam tape in between them, and then that just builds that up. And you can see here I've got my layers there. And then I just put the dad right there directly on the book. So I love these things. They're so easy to use and just brilliant. In fact, I use them on another card coming up in a moment, which I will show you. All right. Now on this card, for the hunters, I used some, this is a 6.5 by 5 inch card. I should mention this is a 5 by 6.5 card. For this one, I used, covered that in green cardstock, and then I used the wood grain embossing folder from hot off the press, and I embossed some tan suede paper. If you're not familiar with suede paper, it is actual fabric, and then it is backed with paper, and it is wonderful. You can stamp on it, you can tear it, you can emboss it, and it's got this great texture on there. And then I also used this one. This is a forest green. We also have it in a lighter green. I think it's olive. Beautiful colors. And then what I did is I actually took an ink pad. I have a little scrap here to show you. So here it is, cut from tan. And then I just took a black ink pad. This was Memento Tuxedo Black. And I just used the surface of that right over that wood grain, and look how that wood grain just pops right up, just a little like that. You still get the tan and the suede, and you get that it'll dry, it doesn't come off. You could also use stays on too, but I found that really any ink pad dries very nicely on this. Then I also did this from the green paper, and what I did is, because let me get my sample embossing folder here, just still in my box. Here we go. Because this one isn't quite long enough for the strip, what I did was I put it in here first, ran it through my die cutting and embossing machine, and then turned it like this and did it again. And then you do get a little bit of a line right there. And then after I tore it, I just wanted to show you, I tore it kind of away from me like that. Tears really, really nicely. Like that. And then I glued that right on top of the brown, even with that top edge, that fold. And then the paper towel that I used is Trailblazer paper towel, and I used this little trophy here and did the foam tape between those 4 layers. And then with the leaves that are also here as extra art on the paper towel, I put those leaves through the embossing folder too. And so they have a little bit of texture on them. And then when I added my deer here, I made sure that my little, I don't know, indentation there, put it right about there so that that deer horn covered that up. Then I added some clocks and gears chipboard. These are wonderful to have in your stash. I use them for a lot of different things. And here's the ones that I ended up using right here. And I just used my black ink pad, direct the surface of the ink pad on those, and I just glued those here. And then went back to my We're Together Dazzle stickers and the family and friends to give that a little personalized hugs dad message there. Okay, and then for this last one, I wanted to actually build a card with you here. Okay, so for this one, I've got all my goodies in here. Got too much stuff here. All right, so I wanted to show you how to use all of these items to make a card that is a little bit more feminine. So if you're not wanting to use all of these items to make Father's Day cards, make some for your lady friends. Well, guys like flowers too. So here we've got our textured paper. This is crocodile paper, okay? And I'm just gonna use, it comes in black and brown, and it's wonderful. It has a texture to it, okay? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a strip of that. I'm also gonna use a 4-inch lace doily. I'm going to use another one of our 3D toppers. Okay, this one has the little letter and glasses and inkwell and the little globe. Love that. And I've also got our new pocket watch cutting die. Has all these 5 different pieces, and here I've put together the pocket watch die. I've left the chain off. So I die cut this piece right here from the hammered gold, this piece right here from brown cardstock. Then I die cut this one again from white so that I could have this little center piece right here, white. And the hands are from black cardstock, and then the chain from hammered gold. My card is 6.5 by 5, and I used the Wooden Textures paper pack again. This is this great white and gray paper. And for my greeting, I started out putting that down first, which is unusual. I usually put it down last, but I wanted to make sure I had room for that, and then I can just build below it. Excuse me. And this is the Script Greeting Dazzle stickers, one of our favorite tools to use. And there's all different kinds of finishes here, and I used the black because I wanted it to kind of go with my black crocodile paper. All right, so now I've cut that strip. It's just a little over 1 inch long, or wide rather. And we're going to put this on here towards the bottom. Okay, I like to trim that nice and even with my card edges. So you noticed I turned that over to cut it. All right, now we're going to take our doily. I'm going to put that right there. Tack that down. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the chain on my clock because I want the chain to kind of extend off the edge like this. Now I'm going to put this down. And I want that to overlap my doily just a little bit. That. I'm going to turn this over and just trim off the edge of that chain a little bit. All right, so I've already assembled my 3D topper with little bits of foam tape. There's all 3 layers there. What I love about this is you can, just use 1 layer or all 3 layers. I think it's like you get 10 of those toppers and they're $4.99. So Cardfocals, just a brilliant price on those. All right, and now I've got some little flowers. These are Royal Posies in Sunshine and Mango from 49 Market. I love these because they come in 3 different sizes. They come with the leaves, and these lay pretty flat once you get them out of the package, which I love. They're perfect for card making. All right, so I picked up the color in, I'm going to tack this down a little bit more. Picked up the color in my globe here, that sort of peachy color, and the kind of golden yellow colors. So that's what I'm starting for my color palette here. And I like to just sort of lay down my flowers first. I like to see where I'm going with those. Put a couple of little ones right here. That. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so let's glue this all down. Don't need very much with these. They're paper, and so they really grip nicely. Here we go. All right. Then, okay, there we go. So, there you go. So using those same supplies that I brought you today for making Father's Day cards, as you can see, they work brilliantly for cards that are a little more feminine, but as I said, you know, fathers like flowers too. So you guys, we've got a great price on this money saver, on these collection, all these dies, these great little goodies. I would encourage you to check that out. If you're watching us on our vlog page, it is on the right-hand side of our screen. And below our video, there's also a photo gallery where you can see all of full color photos and supply lists for all of these projects. And below that is a drop-down list where you can see every single item, the scissors, the glue, everything that we use, the ink pads. And that's a great place to buy things individually. If you're watching us on YouTube, look in the description box below the video for a link to the vlog page, and you'll see everything that I just mentioned. And consider giving us a thumbs up if you liked our video. It helps people find us, and subscribe because we do 3 to 5 videos a week, and you might miss something if you're not subscribed. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.